So yeah, I got killed the other day. I know I didn't start this off with music or nothing like that because I didn't have a picture. I didn't have anything on there, and I usually don't come on. I just took a break. Tuesday, Thursday. I usually don't come on. So I'm gonna try to go through Friday. I'm try to have a show Friday. I'll be really busy that day. I'll probably have to go to bed. I would say like 8 o'clock. I usually go to bed like 2 o'clock in the morning. So somewhere around there, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I just wanted to see if the stream was working. We was talking about a lot of important stuff on the last stream, and I don't know, we just got killed. They just swatted us out the air like bugs. You know, like we're not gonna have you, telling truthful things on here. But I'm always going to, tell truthful things. So this is what it is when it comes to Eagles Way of Boxing. When we talk about it, just wanted to make sure that the stream was working. It's like a pre-check to make sure that we can get on, and we're on. So if somebody shows up, then I can see if the chat is actually working. I can put some things in there myself, but I'd rather somebody else do it because it might be a setup if I put it on there. I'll just put what I usually put. Um, let's see if that works. It may work, it may not. Yeah. So let's see. Okay, did that actually work for me? But I don't know if it worked for you guys. If you guys could see it or anything like that, but we're gonna check it out just to make sure. Um, making sure that the show's working. We got kicked off the other day. We was talking about stuff that was way too heavy. Michael Johnson boxing talking more. He said, "What's popping?" He said, "Turn your mic up." I think it's up. Let me see. I can turn it up a little bit more, but we getting close to the red. Check your system out. Make sure that you're okay. Yeah, make sure everything's okay with you. Because it looks like I'm up. It looks like I'm up, and I don't want to go too far up. Because when you start getting into the red, it starts getting, it's like way too much for you guys. I can see. Let me see. I go up, and I got the yellow going, so I'm up in the yellow right now. So I think that's quite a bit when you start getting yellow. Yeah. I don't know. I might have just been talking low or something like that. That might have been what it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably put up something about Regal later, but I don't know. People just don't appreciate. They just don't Rigondeaux. They just don't. They don't appreciate him, man. They just don't appreciate him, man. He's doing too much. Yeah. Oh yeah, I might have been. I might have been. I might have just had my head turned because I was working on something. Yeah, I see that you put. I was probably away from the mic. Yeah, I might have been just turned away or something like that a little bit. Now I'm facing back at the mic. Yeah, we got cut off yesterday. We was in the middle, man. We had a heavy conversation. I still left the video up. I'll probably take it down though because we never got to really finish it. Never got to wrap it up. But me, I talk about grown folk stuff too, though. I try to keep a clean chat. People come in, and I know some of my guys and girls they don't all get along with everybody on the outside or anything else like that. But it's all good with me. Um, as long as in here we cool, then it's cool. It's no big deal. As long as we come in here and we're cool, yeah. But we're gonna see with these fights. We're gonna see who's doing what they said they're gonna do. Because a lot of times they go in and they're not doing what they say. They're not gonna do what they say. They just gonna talk. If you but you're gonna fight Get your ass out there and fight. You know, I had a real bad feeling just today and throughout the night, just reading different. I didn't even want to dig into it, but I started reading a lot of things about these fighters. Like I didn't like research, like get like real heavy into it. But I was like, God dang, are you serious? There's people just decide that, you got fighters. I'm not gonna name any of the fighters, but you got fighters just deciding, I'm going to duck. That's what I'm gonna do. I already got the excuse, and I'm starting to really think that damn coke crack king Tyson Fury, I think he got us. I think he did, but he didn't get us in that sense. He got us in the sense that a lot of people are feeling like he's the business. He's gonna take care of it. You know what I mean? He's gonna take care of all the heavyweights and stuff like that. But then he just goes out and they're making up all kinds of excuses, about his family. They're making up a lot of excuses, but he goes out and he just starts gaining weight. And we talked about that a little bit the other day. I don't like to, keep him on my channel where I got to think about him too much. I'm like, I don't want to think about him a lot or have to say anything. But it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird that he's doing everything against boxing. You know what I mean? He's doing everything that you're not supposed to do if you're gonna fight. He's doing everything you're not supposed to do. With all the weight gain and all that, not really training. So, but this was not gonna be like really a chat. I wanted to see if somebody was to come in, but I'm glad you came in because that way I can see if the chat is actually working. Said the mic was down a little bit, but it's better now. Probably because I had my head turned. I'm kind of stressing out because I got a lot of products and stuff that were supposed to be sent to me because I got like this event coming up, bro. I got an event coming up this weekend, and I'm inviting a lot of people to come through, and I wanted to have a lot more of my things there, and it seems like I don't have my things because my things haven't come through. They just haven't got here, so it's like, and this is like 2 weeks ago. Anytime you order stuff a couple of weeks ago, at the most, if it's coming from anywhere in the United States, then it should be there. I mean, no more than a week. I don't care if they want to blame whatever they want to blame it on. I don't care whatever they want to blame it on, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you blame it on. 7 days, because they usually say, what do they tell you when they owe you money or something? When they owe you money, they always tell you it's going to be up to like 5. They always say 5 or 10 business days. They'll give you 5 or give you 10, but a lot of people don't understand. If it's, say for instance, a Wednesday, and they say 10 business days, or even they say 5 business days. So they might not count the Wednesday. They'll count Thursday, Friday, then they'll count Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday. So you're looking at Friday. You're looking at Thursday. How long is that? That's a long time, man. That's a whole week. A little bit over a week. Same thing. If it comes to, if you do something on a Friday. If they send you a notification on a Friday and tell you there's going to be 10 business days, they're not going to count Friday. So that's 2 weeks. That's going to be over 2 weeks before you get, if they owe you money, it's going to be over 2 weeks before you get that money back. See? And that's one thing I just don't like. I'm like, no, you guys can get the money back over to me. Especially I don't like that when it comes to the cards, because when it comes to the cards, they'll just take your money out. They'll just take your money like quick. Yeah, they'll take your money with the quick. So your money's gone, and you trying to get that money replaced. They're not gonna send it right back to you. Oh, it takes 3 days for the refund or 2. No, it didn't take you but a second to take it out. But yeah, so I'll probably do something on later on today or maybe tomorrow, something like that. I just want to just put the word out on that because I know people are going to be fighting. They're going to be fighting with the whole thing with Regal and all that, but it's just better if I just talk about it rather than to have it, go back and forth having a discussion. A lot of people won't talk about it, but I noticed a lot of people actually had him with the W, but it is what it is. But we just gonna see. We're gonna see what it is. We're gonna ride with Canelo, see what he's doing, and he's the face of the boxing right now by default because he's making all the moves. He's just making money moves. You know what I mean? He just making money moves. And that's what it is. It's prize fighting, so what you expect? So he's just making money moves. Yep. But we're going to come back to regular boxing one of these days. Or the thing is, we never had this discussion. Are we going to either lose boxing, forever? The way that we used to look at boxing just ain't going to be the same. Because if you go back and you just start looking at boxing, look at boxing from the past, you know what happens? You look at boxing from the past, what happens? You look at boxing from the past, you can see a lot more action, people calling each other out, and they get it on. Even further back, it was always somebody call somebody out and they get it on. But right now, nobody wants to do it. There's nobody calling nobody out and actually signing paperwork. We got trolls. It's just so much stuff, man. Boxing, that whole sport has been flipped. It's not because of the rules. A lot of sports change because of the rules and stuff like that. There's a couple of sports that have not changed that much. Baseball hasn't changed like a whole lot. Football changes, basketball changes all the time. They want to make it more fan friendly. They want to have higher scores, and so they took out the physicality like in basketball. So you can't foul like you used to, hold, grab, whatever. You can't put your hands on people like you used to. Same thing with football. The scores are higher now because you can't really lay somebody out. You can't just knock somebody's brains out like you used to. Boxing's been basically the same. The only thing's changed. I mean, I remember when they went from the attached thumb glove, and they switched that up. Now they got thumbless gloves, and a lot of different things. They got some places have standing 8, some places don't. Some they have 3 knockdown. We're down to 12 rounds now. There's all kinds of stuff. It's still a lot of influences, because now you got financial advisors and stuff. You got managers, you got coaches, you got trainers, you got outside trainers, to train you outside of boxing to get you in conditioning and feeding you. It's just too much. And the thing about that is we didn't used to have that. At first you just ate. I see you out there, D-Ray. D-Ray. I don't never hear from D-Ray. I don't know what it is with you, man. But I'm making moves right now, so I'm going to hear from you one of these days, I guess, when you calm down. Yeah. Got a big wine festival I'm doing this weekend, so yeah. Got my stuff up in my store running. Everything's going good. Yeah, we all going. Everybody loving everything. Anyway, salute. I wasn't supposed to be on, but on here anyway. It's kind of cool. It's good when you can see what's up. You can see what's going on. And when I say that, I mean before it happened. You know what I mean? Right before it happened, you can see all the little different twists and turns. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: it's hard to actually see it with boxing. It's hard to see all the twists and turns. But then again, at the same time, it can be easier because you get to read through. You got people that's doing tweets and everything else. Instagram, they get caught up. So when it comes to social media, and say for instance communicating on social media, what's the two biggest things that have come into play when it comes to social media? The two biggest things. I'm not gonna hold you all that long, but I'm saying, what's the two biggest things? I'll wait. Okay. So nobody understands what it is. So the two biggest things, the two biggest things is that damn screenshot. That's one big thing, and then recording. So when you catch these fighters, and I'll get what you're saying right there in a second, but you catch these fighters on some kind of lying, BS. Then, I mean, everybody caught them. It's not just you. Everybody caught them at the same time. You screenshot, and not just that. It's kind of cool when you can. I'm gonna say it's cool, but when you can catch somebody, you capture somebody when they're like they're exposed doing something. Like I'm not gonna bring. There was a singer. I'm not gonna bring up the name, but there was a singer that everybody was doing memes with, and because her face, she looked so evil and mean and just crazy, to where everybody was posting her picture. And everywhere you post her picture, they was just taking it down. No matter what medium you put it on, they was taking them pictures down quick. See, what people had to understand, all you needed was, when you first got the picture, or if it was live, if you would have got that screenshot or download, you just put it up all over the place, everywhere. Just use it because it would have been yours. If you think about it, if it's live, if something's live and you catch it streaming, just do it. Always get yourself a screenshot. Now, it's not copyrighted. Nobody owns that. The right to that is yours because you screenshotted it. You might even change it up a little bit, put a background behind it or something like that. Yeah. If you got a girl, you see a girl that's putting up, she accidentally got online and stuff, taking pictures. And I'm not picking on girls, but I'm just using this as an example. And, you look at her as being so beautiful, and then she gets on there, she a gorilla, then that's it. You got her. You screenshotted that gorilla. That's what it is. But like I said, boxing, we're going to get back to boxing. I don't know how we're going to get back to boxing, but we are going to get back to boxing. It's going to take good fans and good people to get boxing back to what it is. And I don't like all parts of boxing. I don't like a lot of it. I just don't like it. I don't like the fact that you got the commentators that they're being biased now. Even though, they are, saying who won what round and stuff like that, but they're being biased because they'll throw it up in the air. They're throwing this information in the air and they'll say, oh, it's a pick'em fight, or, that round you couldn't tell who won. Yeah, you can. You have to see what's landed. If somebody's like staying out of the way of somebody and blocking shots and they're landing their own shots, then that's the clear winner. Because they was effective on defense, they was effective with the ring generalship moving, and they was effective with their own offense. It's not hard. None of these fights are, when somebody say it's close, It may be close far as punch wise, but if you're just looking at punches, yeah. But if you're looking at the effectiveness of what the person done, how many punches they stayed away from, like if you lands one person lands 10 punches, the other fighter lands 10 punches, but one person threw 50 punches, and one only threw like 15, who's more accurate? The one who threw 15. He's just, you know what I'm saying? That's ring generalship. If somebody's getting hit with 1 out of 5 shots, and with you they're getting hit with 1 out of 1.5 shots, then who you think is the who's more accurate? So a lot of these cases they bring up is just not, it's not what it is. It's just not what it is. But they're gonna do as they do. But eventually, like I said, we're gonna have to get back to boxing. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to boxing. And you say you picking Manny Pacquiao or Ugas. I really don't care. I really don't care who wins any fight. I do shows to where if Manny wins, then I'm a big up Manny. I won't big up him too much because he need to get his ass out of boxing before he get hurt. Because everybody's just praising him too much, like his body's not breaking down. But you can see his stature and everything's changing. But he's still doing good. Yeah, some fighters can fight into their 40s and 50s, you know. Some can't. Manny seems like he's one of them. But the thing about it, what we don't understand is that the head changes. The mind, the brain, the facial structure, it changes on what it can take. And he made this, he might, don't be surprised if he go to sleep. And don't be surprised if Ugas go to sleep. I'm kind of leaning towards Manny on this, though. If I have to lean towards somebody, I'll probably lean towards Manny on this one. But you never know. Maybe Ugas is extra hungry and people don't know. Maybe he's tired of all the disrespect. He's a champ now, so he's like, I'm a champ, and I'm tired of all this disrespect. But if Manny wins, then Manny might retire. Because Manny just, how many times would he have been champion once he gets this belt? A lot of times, I don't even know. What is it, 9 times champion or something? I don't know, something like that. It's up there. A 9-time champion. He's already a Hall of Famer. Already a Hall of Famer, the best we got right now. And Canelo just cannot touch. I know people get mad, but Canelo can't touch. He can't touch Manny. Not even close. And I'm glad. So Manny is trying to keep. Now that's one thing I never gave credit to. But Manny's actually trying to keep boxing as boxing. Because not even through his own voice, but the status. Put it this way: the status when it comes to Manny is that Manny has other people saying the same things that we say. And listen, they're saying that Manny is fighting for like legacy, and he wants to still see who's top, who's the best, and then he'll go right back and talk about MTM is just fighting clowns. He's just fighting for money. And so what that does, that put his status up even higher. Even though he didn't beat MTM, but it puts his status up higher for what his age and what he's doing. You see? That makes the talk in boxing, it makes it stay as a boxing thing. So yeah, I'm boxing. I'm boxing the best. I'm boxing the greatest. Whereas you got somebody just boxing people just for money and switching them up. Like, we don't see that you're playing with the negotiations and stuff like that. So a person, whoever fights you, you don't want to fight nobody who has like a full, a good training camp. You don't want nobody who got 12 weeks or more for training. You don't want that. You want somebody that's down to 3 weeks and then sign the paperwork. And I'm talking about Cinnamon Bun. That's what you want. But that's not what we want. We want great fights. We're not seeing you in great fights. Everybody is just, a lot of times it's just one-sided. It ends up being one-sided. And I look for you to get your ass knocked out. A lot of people don't see it. But once your brain structure changes a little bit, in other words, your chin, once it changes a little bit, you're gonna get knocked out. Because what's gonna happen? The same thing's gonna happen to you that happened to Pacquiao. Because you have that one overhand that you keep trying to use, and the smart people are the smart boxers are checking that out. They just and they're counting it. They're probably counting. They're timing it. When does he do it? That's what they're doing. They're just timing like. So I'm gonna wait. They're not gonna wait on it, but they're gonna catch you. And once they catch you, it's gonna be lights out, Tony. Once they finally catch you, but they're gonna catch you. I predict so many things, like the Cold Crack King. I knew it was some kind of. A lot of people didn't want to go with what they were saying about the Wilder's water being bad, the gloves being tainted, and all that. Something had to be wrong. Even if that wasn't wrong, something was wrong. Yeah. See, I'm just reading right now, so I'm not even gonna look at it, like check it out. But now Canelo is praising Manny. Of course, everybody praising Manny because Manny fighting, but nobody's really praising you. You got a set group of fans. You got a select group of fans. And Robert Guerrero, I don't know why. He's fighting, right? I just don't get it. And Raleigh, so that's another thing. We're going to talk about that later sometime. Raleigh Romero, I'm hearing different stories that he is going to fight Devin Haney. He's not going to fight him. So he's turning down seven-figure paydays and stuff. I don't know. I just don't get these guys get this kind of money, big money like that, and you turn down. You can fight a gorilla for that kind of money. You're going to lose, but guess what? You're going to get paid. As long as you don't let the gorilla do too much damage to you, because there's no amount of money if a gorilla does too much damage to you. There's no amount of money that you can accept when you're gonna suffer for the rest of your life, be on pain medicine, being on therapy for the rest of your life, and all that. There's no amount of money for that. But shit, if you're getting seven figures, man, you fight anything. So you go out there and take the lay down. As soon as they touch you, oh man, I got cracked. He had more power than what people thought. That's yeah. But I don't know what you guys think though, but we gotta get back to this boxing though. And it's just like what I was saying. Okay, I see what you wrote down. Did Canelo make the Plant fight? I don't think so. I haven't heard. I'm hearing too. If I hear conflicting stories, you know what I mean. If I hear conflicting stories, and that's it, I'm done with it. Once I start hearing a bunch of conflicting stories, I just quit. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Bunch of conflicting stories. That's it. I don't want anything to end up being a lie to where I'm sitting there, I'm following it, knowing it's a damn lie. Yeah. But you got to show, because I get some of these feeds and stuff from shows and they're reporting, and I don't know because I didn't check out the reports, that Teofimo is a liar. I don't know. He might be. He might be. Canelo's just contemplating. He's getting big as I don't know what. That little midget is getting big, man. And like I said, I used to do all the powerlifting and stuff, so I know I can lift. And I know I can get big. I mean, I'm big, so I can get big. But he fought all the way down to like 150 or something like that, fighting Floyd Mayweather. And now he walking around at 200 pounds and he a midget. Come on, get out of here. Your body don't react like that. Your body just don't start putting on muscle like that. You get stronger, but you don't just start putting on a bunch of muscles. I can go sit in the gym right now and get stronger. That don't mean I'm not going to put that kind of, if I don't do nothing but lift, I'm not going to just put on muscle like that. So I don't know. I'll let people be, if people want to be like dumb, then that's what we'll do. We'll just let them be dumb. That's all I can say. So if you want to be dumb and think people, certain fighters or certain people can just put on, a certain amount of muscle and stuff like that, you should know that they can't. I see you out there, Derek Bailey. Salute to Derek Bailey out there. No, I didn't put no notice up, man, because we had that heavy conversation the other day. Yesterday we got cut off, man. So I took some time to try to reassess this thing. And then plus my internet went out, and then I had to start this whole thing over. Streamlabs. I had to start all this over. I had to reconfigure stuff. It was a mess. All that over a little bit of a conversation we have. Yeah, it's live, brother. Derek said, "Is this live?" Yeah, it's live. You see D-Ray's ass in here, so you know it got to be live. You don't never see him. Yeah. Yeah, we get back to it. We can get back to, the boxing the way it's supposed to be. Of course, we can always say that. But in here, like I said, I like to find out what the hell these people's doing. Yeah, they shut us down. Derek say, he said, I thought they shut it down. Yeah. Oh no, come on, brother, don't put that on me. Don't put that jacket on us. It's on you too, man. If they shut us down, he said, yeah, I thought they shut it down like this. That was it. Like, there's a wrap. I left the video up too. I think I didn't see no flags. The video is still up from the other day. The video is still up. Yeah, but we just got too deep on stuff. We went into the grown folks section of the boxing chat, and that was it. Once we got to the grown folks part of it, that was a wrap for us. We was out of there. I did see your comment though. I saw your comment, man, but I couldn't. After your comment, I couldn't get no more comments after that, brother. You gave me the comment. Derek said I need to shut Eagle down. Yeah, I seen that, man. That was the last thing I saw. And I was working frantically to try to get back on, and I was like, no, everything was dead. Everything was wrapped up. They had me locked out of the net. But I saw that last statement that you wrote. I was laughing. I said, Derek put that statement in. Derek said, yeah, they shut the Eagle down. Yeah, no more for the Eagle. Shut his ass down. Yeah. Yeah, Derek said got too grown on him. Yeah, I got too grown on him, man. And I'm always gonna throw stuff out there. We're gonna always be grown on them. Yep. Derek said it's live. Yeah, I said yep. Yeah, he shut me down. D-Ray is at Derek Bailey. Salute to the champ. And then Derek Bailey salute at Michael Johnson's Boxer Talking More. And then Derek Bailey said salute to D-Ray. And Derek Bailey said got too grown on him. Yeah. Yeah, got too grown, man. How many times we done got too grown on them? Shit. But we haven't really lost a live in a while, though. We haven't, really got... I don't think we have actually got, shut completely down. But that felt like a shutdown. I was like, oh, shit. Before it happened, I was mentioning it. I was like, shit. I said, they might come get this. They might come get this stream. They don't want nobody to know about all that. Yeah, because we was talking about that separation. And I'm going to stay on that subject, not even on this forum, but I'm gonna stay on that. If somebody ever asks me, I'm saying, yeah, they were separated, just like in Nazi Germany, when they were separating the people, when they were separating the Jews and stuff. So it's the same thing. Instead of you're not wearing a yellow star or nothing like that, so you don't have to wear a yellow star, but you have to wear the badge. They might do something to, where you have to wear a certain ribbon or something, a yellow ribbon or something like that, the badge of shame. For not letting them inject you and stuff like that. Yeah, you guys make sure you go and get your injections and shit. But everybody's not down with that. Everybody's not going to do it. Everybody's not going to just comply. And that's the last thing. I think that's one of the last things we was talking about. Because I brought up the point that they've never done it with anything else, and they won't even let you do any kind of alternative maintenance on your body. Like, okay, can I take, honey and lemon or something? I know honey and lemon probably don't work. It might. Who knows? Can I do, high alkaline? Can I do herbs or anything? There's nothing. You mean I can't drink 2 gallons of ginger juice and get everything out my system. I be smelling like ginger. Everything be smelling like ginger. Your pee and everything else. But hey, maybe it'll take all that shit out of you. I don't know. And I'm just throwing those things out there. I'm just throwing those things out there. But who knows? Who knows? But why is it so important for us to take the pill? Is it what would that be considered? Yeah, would that be considered that's the red pill, right? I think that's the red pill. The red pill is when you don't get to explore for yourself. That's like a stop. Red. That's like the finality of it, right? That makes it finite. That's it. The blue is when you get to open your mind and go explore, right? If I'm right, you guys know more about that than I do. Probably. So just let me know if I'm right. But they're gonna have people gonna be talking about that on different forums. When it's not even a discussion if you think about it. It's a discussion that once you have it, that's it. Once you have it, they shouldn't have all kinds of forums. They shouldn't have. Nobody should be involved. You know, we never had a virologist in the beginning. That's why I brought that up first. I said, how come the virologist is not speaking on this? How come there's always Surgeon General or some doctor, the MD, that don't have nothing to do with, you know, viruses and shit? How come there's always somebody else? And why is the definition changed all of a sudden in the medical encyclopedia or whatever from what it was? How's everything changing? And why is it such a thing where you want the whole world, not the whole earth, you want the whole earth to get injected? Something that serious, you let something out that is that serious, but the thing that protects you is just a plain old paper mask that lets everything come through. Wow. I just have a problem. That's just for me. And you're right, Derek. We're gonna be on that little bus. We're gonna be on the bus with, there ain't gonna be too many of us. There might be a few buses of people that the non-conformers. I'll be on the bus. You best believe I'll be on the bus. I don't give two shits. I'm gonna be on the bus. Be on the bus. But I'm gonna also be trying to. I'm gonna be devising the plan to escape the bus too. Whereas you got some people they'll just line their ass up. Line your ass up. It's the same thing they do with cattle. Before when they go to slaughter. It's not like you guys think. Or you might know about it. The slaughter, they walk them into a building. They have a gun that hammers them upside the head, knocks them out. And matter of fact, I think they got an impact gun now that's just strong. It just kills them. They slit the throat, and that's it. They slit the throat. And then after they slit the throat, that's it. And from there, wash them off, skin them. That's it. Then they just start chopping them up. So they go from a living creature to dead and chopped up probably in an hour. You imagine that? Going from alive to dead and then chopped up within an hour. The meat is still hot. The flesh is still hot. And that's exactly what they want us to do. They want you to just get your ass in that line where they can hit your ass with that hot needle. And a lot of people gonna go for it. Yeah, I got back on the topic a little bit. Why not? Because this was just a test stream at first. I didn't know if anybody my camera wasn't working. It's working now. But since I started with my face out, I just kept my face out. I look the same. Y'all don't worry about it. Don't be thinking that I'm all jacked up because you don't see my face. Yeah, I got everything on my crown. I've been working on a lot of stuff for this event that's coming up this weekend and stuff. I got a lot of people talking to me about it because it's a big deal in this area, even though it's a smaller town than some of these bigger cities. But it's just a lot of people know about it. As soon as I open my mouth and tell some people that, oh yeah, that one there, they say I always go there, and I know why they go, because it's wine. It says art in wine. Because how many people you go into their house and they have this like all kinds of great artwork? Not a lot of people. Not a lot of people. Like if you say for instance you took 100 people Out of 100 people, how many got like great artwork in their house? That might be a high number there, just to say one out of 100, huh? Yeah, it could be more, but usually it's not. Yeah, usually it's just not a lot of people just into. It's just like certain people is in this like a lot of music. Like say for instance, how many people do you know that are actually producers of music, or how many artists do you know? Like artists, it's regular artwork, sculptures, people that sculpture. Remember, uh, everything in the household, like a household name, for instance. Even though most of us don't have this in our household, I know people, probably most of you guys in this chat room. If you do, let me know. I want to know because I think it's dope if you really do. But how many people that come in here have Picassos? You got a Picasso? What about a sculpture or something? Who in here has like a Michelangelo or something like that? Who has a Van Gogh? How many people that come in here have a Van Gogh? Or even a Wright? Who has a Wright? Like in photography, who has a Wright? Like a Franklin. You see what I mean? It's just we just don't. That's just not what it is. It's like rare people. It's kind of rare. But they're trying to make everybody. They're trying to. I don't know. How is that not communism? How is that not like socialism? How's that not like a social experiment? I, and I'm skeptical because they have taken brown people before, lined them up, and gave them shots of syphilis. If you don't know what syphilis is, you just go check it out. Anytime there's a line of people, there's some kind of tragic type of thing that they're doing to them. They're not helping you out because if they was helping you out, they'd send that shit to you in the mail and let you do it yourself or something. Or why does it have to be a vaccine? Huh? How come it ain't something how come it's not a sublingual or something? How come it's not something you take orally? How come it's not in drops or something or a nasal spray? Why do you have to shoot me with the snake fang? Why is everything about getting shot with one of those fangs from a snake? Why is that the most important way that you can get that shit? Yeah. Derek Bay said, yeah. He said, not me. He said, I have a directive Budweiser sign in the house. Yeah. Yeah. He got his Bud sign up and all the alcohol, all the beer and stuff. That's where it go, right above the table. Hey, that's my table. That's my beer table right there. I used to like little stuff like that if I can get a small enough one. They they do make them though. They make the I don't know if they're still called neon, but they make those. Oh, you can get all sizes now for the little signs if you want them. You don't have to get like the big industrial one anymore. I actually wanted one for my truck. I wanted just a real small one. I was gonna put in the back window. Just let people know. Yeah. Oh, Derek, funny. Yeah, but most people don't have stuff like that. But it's like they're making it so important that all of us get. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Michael Johnson, Boston talks more. I said Derek Beatty, but yeah, Michael Johnson, yeah. But they want us all to have something that's so in common for some reason. It's like, it's crazy. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go back to the verbiage in the beginning. The verbiage in the beginning is that we're fighting an invisible enemy. That's what they said. That was in the primary steps of this whole process, is that we're fighting an invisible enemy. How do you fight something that's invisible? You don't see it, then how you know it's there? I don't get that. Why would they even say that? I don't like them playing with me. Okay, yeah. He said mine is 3 feet long from the 70s. Yep. Yeah, I know people who had those. Maybe not the bud, but let me see. Maybe a bud, but definitely some type of beer. Yeah, I get a lot of that crap when I'm. Yeah, when I work. When I work, I get a lot of that stuff. As far as for advertising, sometimes like they give me stuff that I get things that people can't get. It could be collector stuff. I get stuff that maybe collector, because I have like some of my clients. They'll come through. They're like, how'd you get that? I say, hey, or how can I get one? I'm like, no, you can't have this one. So the company send this to me. But they want the same thing I got. So you can't have the same thing I got. You can have something, but not, everything that I have. I just want somebody to just be honest. Every once in a while, I just want somebody to be honest about what's going on. How is this parallel with boxing? Yeah, because I want somebody to be honest in boxing. I want somebody to get their ass out there and fight Derek Bailey. Because especially like with Bud, how come Bud ain't fighting? Everybody think Bud is the greatest welterweight of all times, but he ain't fighting. He won't fight nobody. And it's too bad we're in different eras, because I would have loved to see him fight Sugar Ray Leonard. I would have loved to see him fight Roberto Duran. I don't know if he had enough power to keep Duran off him. To be honest, I would have loved to see him fight Tommy Hearns. Wilfred Benitez. Shit, even Aaron Pryor. Because he was at his weight at 1.2, right? Bud versus Aaron Pryor at 140. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I would have loved to have seen him fight Sweet Pea Whitaker. See what he would have done. Meldrick Taylor with the fast hands. A lot of these fighters. I would have loved to have seen all that. But you got people like him and Danny Garcia. And the thing about it, Danny Garcia, I know Danny Garcia didn't want to be a troll. But he started hanging out with Colbert and stuff. You can't hang out with Colbert because Colbert, tried to put up stuff. And just like I said earlier, the screenshot, you start putting stuff up and you start saying stuff, or the record button, you start, bad mouthing Wilder and just saying the Earl's flat foot, and you start saying all kinds of shit. And then we watch you fight. And in this chat room, we were like, I know Derek Bailey said the same thing, that we need to get that replay. We need your ass to go back and fight Tug when Tug is in great shape. Because Tug went the whole distance with you. You talked all that shit, and then Tug went the whole distance. But people don't understand. You're the same person that your grandparents, great-grandparents were. Same thing. Tug, it comes from warriors. People don't know that when they talking shit about him. He come from a line of warriors, man. Mongolian, are you kidding me? The Mongolians ran everything at one point. They ran everything. Like, don't come near us. They ran everything. Shit. He got that shit in his blood, man. Stop it. Y'all don't play no kind of race card. Y'all gonna play the nation card. Or y'all better recognize where these people started at, their heritage and stuff like that, thinking you got an easy W and you can't do nothing with them. Yeah, you outboxing, but you was running your ass off. Derek said, that's right. He said, get your ass out there and fight. That's what it is. Yep, get your ass out there and fight. But you need to run some of these fights need to be ran back. So the fight with Regal. If you're going to give the shit to Casamera, then run that shit back. Just like the Charlo fight. Run that shit back. I thought Charlo won. A lot of people say, oh, he lost and this and that. Yeah, we'll run it back then. And then we'll see. But it always leaves somebody sour. It always leaves the sour face. You know what it leaves the sour face? This is what the sour face is going to say. Because it was drawn, they thought that their friend won. That their guy won. So if Charlo fights the guy again, you know what they're going to say? Oh, yeah, he won now. But that first one, I gave it the edge. I gave the edge to him, man. I think he lost. You can never do a makeup fight. You got to be like Roy Jones. Come back and knock somebody out. Like, yeah, that's what y'all wanted? Y'all wanted it to be, I lost the first one, or it was close the first time. Like Roy, when he was in his prime or something like that, had to do the re-up. Anybody who had to get a re-up came back devastatingly and KO'd the guy. When some of the re-ups we didn't need, like the Joe Frazier versus Foreman, we didn't need that to be a re-up. Joe Frazier's just too brave for his own good. Ron Lyle versus Foreman. I would love to see that again. It's just because that type of a matchup. But then I think George would have beat him easier because George would have started using the jab a lot more. George wasn't dumb or nothing. Like, he's a smart fighter. So some fights, second time you fight, this wouldn't have been as good. Yeah, but we need to get some out there right now. That is good. We need to get some good fights. But like I said, one judge got it right on the Regal fight. And this is because he's getting older. People hating that he's outboxing people. And that's all they want to see, spectacular knockouts. There wasn't no spectacular knockout in that fight. Sorry. So you should just went ahead and gave it to Regal. That way, Casimero comes back, and they just fight again. With a more, just a more exciting fight. But we need Raleigh. We need you to get your ass out there and fight. You're supposed to be fighting. You're acting like you want to fight. Get your ass out there and fight. Fight Haney. Lopez, fight somebody. Danny, fight somebody. Mikey, fight somebody. Crawford, fight somebody. Whew. Porter, fight somebody. Thurman, fight somebody. Damn. How many I got to name? Deontay Wilder, fight somebody. I know now you got a fight come up. You should have still went and got yourself a fight. You'd have made yourself even better, man. I don't know what kind of management you going with, but shit, you should have went. If you love the boxing the way that you say you do, you should have got back in there and fight. Because older fighters, some of those older fighters would fight 2 fights in a week. And we can barely get 2 fights out of y'all in 4 years. Where they got to put a stat. What the hell is 347 or 365? Not 365, but let's put it above a year. 403 days of inactivity. What the hell? Why is that a stat now? I see that stat more than I see a lot of other things. Is that we have a stat now that they put up how inactive you've been the last time you fought. When it should say something like 10 days, 2 months. We're not getting that no more. We're getting like 500 and something days because of surgery or some shit like that, or whatever it is. Get your ass out there and fight. That's everybody say, yeah, but Colbert won't run it back. Yeah, he won't run it back. You talking that shit, he won't run it back. Yeah, that would have been a good rematch. Yeah, run that shit back. Run it back. Run it back. That's what we want. Y'all jipping us and cheating us and just squeaking by, and that's what. See, well, I kind of blame. I'm not gonna just take it all in stride and just act like Regal didn't have anything to do with the loss. He did. But there should have been a foul and there should have been a point taken away in the very first round. I'm gonna stick on that. I don't care what nobody said. He got pushed. He got hit in the back of the head a couple of times. He got hit while he was already down. And it's like the fighter. You know when somebody's on their hands and knees. Getting down where they're not in a boxing stance. And you still throwing powerful punches. You still trying to hit them and stuff. So you can stop that. With that. That's some dumb shit. That's for somebody. Oh yeah, he shouldn't. He got to protect yourself at all times. That's what you hear from a dum-dum. You got to protect yourself at all times. And you lay it out. Or you're on your knees or something. They just hit me in the back of my head about 5 times. Yeah, but you need to run that back. Colbert need to run his back. A lot of these fighters, y'all need to run it back. So we can see. Because that's one of our sayings in here. Let's see it. Tell Derek. Tell him, hey, let's check it out. Let's see it. Let's see it, brother. Get out there and let's see it. Want to see who's throwing hands and who's not. Yeah. Ain't nobody mad at you. We just mad, or not necessarily mad, but we just don't feel. We feel a certain way when we not getting the fights that we need to get. That's all that is. When we not getting the fights we need to get, we just feel a certain way. That's it. And we're supposed to. As true boxing fans, we're supposed to. Fanboys, fangirls, no. People just got their hands down the guard. Oh, well, they fight who they want to and just do as they want, We'll just be happy, whatever fight we get. Whatever situation we get, whatever kind of conspiracy we get, that's how we just go with it like that. Oh, I can't stand this type of. It's like the whole. We had got into that little DNA thing. It's like, damn, your genetics and genealogy just leaves, man. And see, the thing is, you're a witness to that. You know what I mean? So you can see how the colors, uh, you can see how the colors can change. You know what I mean? You can see that right away. How could the colors change? Like the colors of our people. You can see how they change. Like within, damn, there's 2 generations. It could be gone. There's 2 generations. You can go from one end of the spectrum all the way to another end of the spectrum. That's all you need. Somebody venturing out. Somebody ventures outside. And I'm not saying ain't nothing wrong with it, as long as because I don't care about the outward look as much, as long as the spirit's still good. You still got that good, strong spirit, that righteous type of spirit, where where something's bullshit and you gonna speak on it. No, that's bullshit. I'm gonna speak on that. That when you keep that spirit, I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you look like, because we have something in common. We're gonna be on that same bus. We're gonna be on that bus that I'm not going for the uckery bus. We're gonna all be on that. I'm gonna be on there. I don't know. I think Derek Bailey gonna be in there. I don't know about D-Ray. I don't know. D-Ray might be in line right. He might be at the clinic right now. I don't know about Michael Johnson's Boxing Talking More. They might both be at the clinic right now. You're going to give me, shoot me up. I don't care what it is. We get that shot off. Eagle stupid, I forget. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta forgive Eagle sometimes. Eagle out his damn mind half the time, man. I got to though, man. I live here. When you don't know who you live with, then you're okay. You cool. But when you know who you live with, you know what I mean? You know who you live with, then you just, you're always on that shit. I'm on that shit all day because I know who I live with. I just expect stuff. I expect, like, if I get out in my truck, I expect, hey, I might be the one getting pulled over on some bullshit for no reason, because I've been through that all my life. Ever since I was even a kid. A kid that's not even supposed to experience shit like that. You got to experience stuff like that. You got to experience, people going through your house or something like that. Authorities going through your house, authorities stopping you when you just a minor for no reason in the middle of the day and shit like that. I had to grow up like that. So that's all I expect. So all this old Gestapo type of shit, I'm skeptical of it. I'm skeptical. I just don't like. Yeah, I was in the military for a long time, but I'm saying I just don't. Even then, I had a problem. I wasn't fitting in like I wasn't great at fitting in. You know what I mean? I was getting busted and everything else, but I could still do it. I mean, they don't care if you get busted or they'll keep you in. You just can't. You have to act like like you're in the military. That's all. Even if you did stupid shit, even if you got a DUI or whatever, you still got to act like you're in the military. You got to still be with the yes sirs and stand at attention and sergeant this and that, and you just have to be like that. There's people they'll kick your ass out for saying yeah, man, more than they would if you did something, a crime. If you never said yes sir, or you say okay, yeah, I got you, whatever. If you did that kind of shit, you'd be out faster than you would if you did a crime. Because they want you to be like, you have to comply to, those are some of the rules, like saying yes sir, yes ma'am, and stuff like that. But if you was just say yeah, okay girl, yeah, that's, if you can't talk like you on the street, you can't be like yeah bet, I won. You can't do shit like that. That's my boy. You can't be like, oh, all right, B, I got you. You can't do that. You can do that on the block. All right, B. Can't do that shit. They'll throw your ass out quicker for that. And I know of people who just couldn't. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't make it. You can't make it through training because they couldn't. They was never gonna say yes sir or whatever because they just had too much of that in them. They had too much of that street in them to where they wasn't gonna It don't matter. Even if they try to shock you when you first get there, you know, like making you, pick your bags up. You ain't nothing, telling that you ain't nothing and stuff like that. They like, yeah, well, you gonna have to show me I'm not nothing, you know. So what's your name? Whatever they used to talk. What's your name, soldier? Where you from and all that? I'm from over here. They tell you where they from. You see, but that's the same thing. What they doing right now? They want everybody in some type of compliance, and you guys are not. Okay, note this and quote this again. The American public and the people of the whole earth are not in the military. We are all private citizens. Private is the key word here. Private citizens. So why do you have private citizens doing shit, public stuff? And then you have these laws, like you talk about HIPAA laws and all this shit, but you want people to discuss their medical history with anybody. Some people that's not even, they're not even versed enough to be going over your medical history. And they want to ask, did you get your shot? Did you get this? What you doing asking me about my shot? Did your mama get her shot? Huh? And I heard a good comeback to this. You got somebody, I don't know exactly who it is, because this is just somebody threw this up at me. They never told me who it was, but they were saying that somebody was asking, and I don't know if this is true or they were just thinking this, but they said somebody asked them if they got, a shot. They're gonna ask them. They'll ask them about their medical history. Like, did you get when last time you got checked for, AIDS? You don't have no kind of venereal disease or nothing like that, do you? You got TB, you got this, you got that, and that's what it seems like it's coming down to. That eventually they can get rid of HIPAA, basically, if you can ask people medical questions now. So what about you? Have you been getting migraines? You okay? You been throwing up lately? Asking me about a shot. What about you? Did you get shot? Did you get the flu shot? Huh? You get your hepatitis C shot? What? Huh? You been through chemo? Start asking you start asking mental questions after a while. When last time you had a psychiatric evaluation? Huh? Wow. That's where we're at today. How that paralleled the boxing? That parallels the boxing because we're saying, get your ass out there and fight. And everybody's doing something else. Well, get your ass out there and fight. That's how it parallels. Is that a lot of people was comparing. I remember talk shows, not just talk shows, but I remember how different forums, like different new media would be trying to debate back and forth with each other. And one of the biggest things that everybody always go to is BoxRec. Y'all remember that, huh? They're going to BoxRec and all this. I'm like, man, nobody cares nothing about their history. Who's an A side? Why would you argue when your dumb ass got to pay for the fight? Why are you arguing A and B side? A side is plain. You don't even have to. That's not even an argument. You know who A side is. If you're going to come up with a debate, then it's not going to be. You're not going to win. Because whoever's picking the B side to be A side is you're not going to sway them because they know all the information because they've been looking at BoxRec and all that type of stuff. Resume. Oh, my resume. And plus, when I grew up, boxers didn't have a resume. They just had fighters that they fought. They didn't have a resume. They just had fighters that they knocked the F out or beat. Wasn't no resume. I whooped his ass. I knocked him out. I put him out of boxing. That's a resume. So if you want to talk about a boxer's resume, I want the fighter himself. If you're going to tell me about a resume, I want you to just say exactly this. Oh, yeah, I knocked his ass out in the first. I knocked him out in the second. The fifth, I knocked him out. I got a TKO win over him. That's the boxer's resume. I went 12 with him with a unanimous decision. The ref called it off. That's the resume. The resume is not just words like, oh yeah, he fought better competition, he fought him, that, whatever. Because I don't care about that. I want, one of the best things to look at is two knockout artists fighting with equal skills, but one of them can take a punch a lot better. and they both defeated. You know you're gonna see that's gonna be a good fight. But we're past the Marquess of Queensberry rules anyway. When you talk about boxing, Canelo is for sure because the fights are supposed to be evenly matched. Now the Regal fight was an evenly matched fight because the way Regal fought. But some of these fights aren't equal. They're not equal. They are equally matched and stuff, and that's part of the Marquess of Queensberry rules. Is you're supposed to have an even matchup. People miss that when they start running their mouth about boxing, they miss those type of things. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're crying. Michael Johnson's boxing talking more. He said, "Out of your mind." He said, "You right about that." Yep. And then Derek right back with the facts. Yep. That's it. That's what it is, though. That's our condition right now. But we have to, we got to more or less, we got to do the best that we can do with this condition that we're in. We have to do the best that we can do, and it's hard. And I'm not trying to tell anybody out there. I'm not trying to convey to you that this situation that we're going through is not hard, because I'm going to tell you what the hardest thing is. The hardest thing is not going to be the peer outside pressure. The hardest thing is going to be the in-home pressure. Like with your dumbass family members. I'm not calling your family members dumb. I'm calling mine's dumb. I'm just saying dumbass family members because you got some dumbass family members that just go with everything. They're compliers. You got people just comply right away with anything. Don't care. I don't care if it's never been tested and this and that. They just go straight for it. Because I brought up the one fact, and it's a fact, that this one company had lawsuits because of baby powder. Body powder, baby powder. They had lawsuits behind baby powder. I threw out there, I said, they can't even make baby powder. And you gonna trust them with some shit you gonna just shoot into your system? I'm like, well, good luck with that shit. You know what I mean? But that's what it is, Derek. The compliers. Well, I comply with whatever they say. If they say it, okay, you go ahead. Go ahead on. Here. I got something else special that I got for you too. If you're enjoying what they give you, I got something else for you. Wow, man, that we just. But who you guys want to see though? Does anybody want to see the Haney? Of course, I think you guys do. You guys want to see the Haney versus Raleigh? I think Raleigh, like I said, Raleigh is gonna get, when he gets knocked out, it's gonna be devastating. I'm not saying he has to run into somebody who can punch and just knows how to box. Because he's kind of chin up type of fighter. This relying on power and stuff like that comes in. He fights kind of tight, and so when he gets knocked out, it's gonna be a great knockout once he gets knocked out. Yeah. And if you better go back and look at Canelo too, though. If you think that he's like real smooth, go back and look at his fight. Go look at his fight style. If you think he's real like a real smooth fighter. Yeah. If you was listening to the narrative, that they were saying that Regal probably has the best feet, or some of the best feet. If he don't have the best feet in boxing, he does. He is so light, can just get away from things so fluidly, man. Just like, and change direction on your ass real quick. Yeah, Derek said, I watched Haney beat the brakes off of Raleigh. Yeah, why not? Raleigh he's not what people think he is right now. He can get there. He needs a lot to get there, but he can get there. Yeah, Haney's there. The only thing we got to work with Haney is, we got to get him to set his punch up, to set down on his punch a little bit better. Or his mechanics with his hooks and stuff is just not, it's just not there, in my opinion. And I don't know shit, but it's just not there right now. Oh, David. Oh shit. Derek said David Hayes coming back. Yeah, and we always have these discussions about all these fighters that's coming back and stuff like that. And the reason we have those is because they are coming back. And why are they coming back? They're coming back because of the disrespect in boxing. They said, shit, I can go out there and get me some money. They ain't doing shit. They ain't fighting. They coming in out of shape and everything else. And don't sleep on David Hay and he'll end up coming. He might come back and get a fight with Tyson Fury and knock Tyson Fury's ass out because Tyson Fury come in all fat, extra weight. Damn, this boxing, man. We got to clean this up, Derek. Damn. Derek, put the cleaner out there, man. We got to clean this boxing up, baby. Clean this shit up. I said, what you doing out there with this broom? With that boxing broom, Derek? He said, I'm trying to clean this boxing shit up. He said, the game need to be cleaned up. I got the boxing broom. I got the boxing mop. I got the boxing bleach, all that. The boxing cleaner. All that. We gotta get this boxing back, man. All too many duckers hiding, making up stories like, oh, you ain't shit. I got you, man. You ain't gonna fight me. Getting all in people's face and then get your ass whooped. Get your ass whooped like Conor McGregor, constantly getting his ass whooped, and he don't want your boy. What is it, BB? He don't want him no more. BB choked his ass out, and it was still hollering at him after he choked him out. He's like, damn, I wanted to choke you out some more. Yeah. If you ain't got the right matchup, that's it. If we complain enough, Derek, we gonna get some of these matchups. Yeah, Derek said. Yeah, he said he's fighting next month. Okay, thinking about getting me a damn fight. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe all of us ought to get a fight, right? Hey, we on. Hey, look here, brother. We on YouTube, right? It don't matter if you got a show. You on YouTube. You got a channel, or you got. Even if you don't got no content, shit, we'll start a whole new channel, YouTube Boxing. If we can do that, put up prizes and shit. People that got beef with one channel and your channel, you got beef with them. Shit, YouTube Boxing, hosted by Derek Bailey and Eagle Webb. I couldn't even do commentary. I'd be probably dying laughing. I'm telling you, bro, I probably couldn't even do the commentary. I'd be dying. I'm like, hell no, I can't do no commentary. Because you know they're going to be throwing nothing but overhands. In a couple of them fights, they're going to be doing the windmill. Yeah, Derek Bailey said, hell yeah. He said, get some of that money. They keep saying isn't there. Yep. We telling us money ain't there. We know the money there. Make them run that shit, Derek. Empty out your pockets. Let me see what you got, man. Run that shit over here, man. Empty them pockets out, son. Run that shit up over here. Cause it might be something, yeah. Might be, yeah, something. I'm just saying, ain't nobody's done it, right? I mean, they do like the backyard stuff and all that, but nobody's really titling it like YouTube. And plus, and look, you don't even though it's on YouTube, you don't even have to like label it like YouTube, like YOU. You can label it something else. You can just put like the letter U down there. Yeah, it's all kind of beef, man. It don't have to be called YouTube Boxing. We can call that shit Cook the Beef, you know. Because Derek says all kind of, it's so many beefs out there, yeah. Get your beef cooked. Make it a cool ass name, you know. Beef eaters or something like that. Beef settlers. Go get that beef settling done and we good. Yeah. The beef settling, yeah. You gotta get that beef settling, yeah. But anyway, yeah, let me get out of here, man. I wasn't even supposed to be on this long. I was just checking. I had to come back and I had to check out the channel, make sure the channel was working. Y'all know we don't show. I will start I'm probably gonna start like doing about an hour, something like that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Probably after this week, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll probably come on. It'll be like an hour later, which would in some cases is only like a half hour because sometimes my ass is late anyway. So I'll come on. You know, we can just talk about like other stuff. Um, I don't know. I can probably I'll put up a different screen or whatever, something like that. You know, so we just got so we do different we do like a different type of show. Whereas we just like we'll throw a little bit of boxing in there, but then we'll talk about like other shit until I get another forum or something like that. Yeah, he right though. A lot of beefs, brother. He said he said hell just between boxing channels we could make 100 fights from that. Yeah, yeah. All the beef, all the talkers, man. I love it. I love all them talkers, man. Act like they know, like they really know. Until you lace their ass up, once they get busted in the mouth, we'll see if they know or not, right? Because I don't know what somebody's skill set is. I'm coming in low. I ain't coming in all erect, standing straight up, with my chin up in the air. I'm coming down low just in case. I'm on the defensive right away to see what you. Okay, let me see jab. Okay, see. I see what you got. I'm checking you out. I'm feeling. Hey, when it comes to filling out round, I'm filling your ass out to see what you got. Okay, I see what he got. Oh, okay, I see what he doing. All right, that's the power. Okay, I felt this power. He gonna try to throw this over him. I'm gonna time it. Boom. I'm trying to be economical, brother. I'm not trying to throw a whole lot of punches. If we gotta do channel for channel, I'm not trying to throw a whole lot of punches at you. Nope. Nope. Just gonna feel that shit out and let you think that because you did a boxing show that you was better than what you is. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna bullshit like that. That's a good thing. That's a good outlet for us. Man, I got beef too. So, you know, I mean, I put it this way: I can have beef. So it's like I know there's certain people. I mean, we probably got to match up, you know, for far as like, you know, we can't have 20-year-olds fighting, you know, 45-year-olds. I mean, yes, they just want to, you know. We try to match it up. Say what range you is. You know, we got from you got to be grown though, from 18 to 30, 18 to 35, something like that. 35 to 40, 41 to like 46, 46 to like 51, and then 52 to 56, 57 to 61, 62 to 60. A lot of we got a different category. Yeah, 62 to 60, 66, 67 to 71, and from 72 to 76, and from 77 to 81. Anybody past 81, you're not allowed. If you're past 81, you actually you should. Even when you're in your technically when you're in your 60s, you shouldn't really have. You're not really allowed to have beef. You know, you ain't got no business. You really had no business fighting out there. Yeah, losing shut down the channel. Yep, turn your shit off. That's right, Derek. Tell him. You gotta put up. Hey, you gotta put that sign up. You gotta put a sign up. We paint a special sign. You got to put up my channel got KTFO. You have to put up a generic sign that my channel got KTFO. We got to do a whole different channel. Like I talk about a whole another subject. You got to talk about a subject you don't know shit about. Instead of making you shut down, you got to change your title. You got to change your title. You can't talk about boxing for a whole 30 days, 60 days, something like that. You got to talk about something that's way like 100% away from boxing. Like you gotta talk about some shit like badminton or something. Some lame shit. You got a list. You could choose. So you could choose. We ain't gonna give them something exciting. We gotta give them something that people don't give a shit about. You know, as much. Like table tennis. No, table tennis is pretty cool, but you gotta talk about it. It's gonna make it's gonna make you expand your mind as far as knowledge about certain stuff. So you got to talk about badminton, table tennis, curling. What else is effed up? Something else effed up. This something else. Those three are probably three of the worst right there that had to do commentary or follow and talk about their participants. Yeah, so let's forget. You got to do that for 60 days before you can go back to you can't talk about boxing no more. Yep. And then you're eliminated too from any other beef show. You can't do boxing beef no more until for a year. You can't do boxing beef. And if you get beat by the same person again, then you got to double everything. So now you got 120 days that you got to talk about something else. You got to talk about what's that, ostrich racing or something. That shit'll be fun. That shit will have the internet lit. We'll be laughing. We'll be laughing a long ass time about that shit. Oh man, Derek's mind. Hey, y'all better recognize the mind of Derek, man. D to the Bailey, man, puts it out. He put the comedy out there, man. The D Bailey comedy sketch show or whatever. You know what I mean? But anyway, let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna catch y'all, man, tomorrow. So we'll get back at it, man. Hopefully, I'll have something prepared. This whole thing being shut down, it messed up my my research or my digging into what topics. But a lot of times, I get topics and stuff like early in the morning too, though. And then right before I come on, then I get prepared for it right before I come on. So sometimes that stuff, I just get inspired. There's probably be something that pops up, and then I'll get inspired. But we're going to see what it is, man. Anyway, my shout out to all the real people that I see. And my shout out to all y'all that mess with me, man. Thanks a lot for coming through. Michael Johnson's Boxer Talk. D-Ray and Derek Bailey and whoever else. Not Surf Flame didn't come through. But the other ones that were sitting in the background, I'm going to catch y'all, man.